Why does my hearing aid just randomly cut out or die? This is a great question, and I am going to answer it in today's video. My name is Emily. This recently happened to me. My hearing aid just cut out. It's like it died. All of a sudden it wasn't working, but it was on, and I couldn't figure out why until I did. So stick around to the end of this video because if you do, I'm going to tell you the full story. But for now, here are 3 reasons your hearing aid has cut out or seems to be dead. And here are some tips as to how to troubleshoot these issues. I know how to address these issues because I have personally experienced them many times, not just this last episode that I just told you about. All right, so reason number 1 that your hearing aid has cut out or just quit working could be because the battery has died. Is your charge out? Did the battery die? Depending if you have rechargeable batteries or battery powered batteries. That's a great question. If your hearing aid has cut out, there is a chance that the charge or the battery has gone out. So simply recharge your hearing aid or replace your battery, and this should fix the issue. Reason number 2 that your hearing aid has stopped working could be due to a blockage. This could be a blockage of the ear mold tube, if your hearing aids have tubes. It could be a blockage of the wax trap, which is usually in RIC hearing aids in the mold, or just wax in the ear mold in general. Any kind of blockages that prevent the sound from moving from your hearing aid to your ear would definitely cause it to sound like your hearing aid just stopped working. So the solution for this is to clear the blockage. The most common blockages that I have experienced with behind the ear hearing aids, specifically with my tubes, are moisture blockages. This is when condensation in my hearing aid tube builds up and becomes so big that it's not just droplets along the tube wall, but it becomes an entire droplet that blocks any sound moving from my hearing aid to my ear. And so it prevents that sound from moving. It makes it sound like my hearing aid is off. So I simply take the mold off and I blow through the tube and it pushes that moisture out. Another option to remove moisture that's a little bit more gross is you just put your mouth over the front of the mold and suck it out. That's one that I've heard people do. I don't really like that one. Another option is to use an air blower. I don't have one to show, but it essentially just has a little tiny plastic pipette and then a plastic bulb, and you can push that and it pushes air through it. If you take the mold off of your hearing aid, you can push air through it, or you can expel the air and suck the moisture out through your mold side to clear that moisture blockage. Now, if a blockage is the problem and you suspect that moisture is an issue and it becomes a regular issue, I highly recommend trying a dry aid kit and putting your hearing aids in overnight to draw moisture out of your aids. Then that way, during the day, all you're experiencing is the condensation in the tubes on a daily basis, rather than it just building up and always causing blockages and causing your hearing aids to quit. If you have any wax blockages, you just simply clean those out depending on where the blockage is at. If you need to clear blockages, there are so many nifty hearing aid tools that you can use. This is one in particular that I used recently, and this little wire can push wax out. This little brush can brush wax out. It's super helpful. I don't have the link to this particular product, but I will include a link to my favorite kind of all-in-one kit in the comments below. Reason number 3 that your hearing aid stopped working could likely be an electrical short. Now, what this means is just something about the electrical part of your hearing aid, whether it's in the behind the ear model back here, or if you have a receiver in the canal hearing aid in the mold itself in the receiver. If there's an electrical short and things just aren't functioning properly, it can sound like your hearing aid just quit working. And so if you have an electrical short, the troubleshooting for that is to turn it on and turn it off again, to power cycle your hearing aid, is what that's called, to see if you can get it going again. I recommend trying another battery if this is happening. And then last but not least, talk with your audiologist, talk with your hearing aid provider. If you're having electrical short issues, so if your hearing aid is dying but there's really no explanation for it other than you think there's an electrical short, send your hearing aid in for a warranty repair. Most hearing aid warranties last 3 years. I highly recommend sending your hearing aid in to be repaired before the warranty is up, whether or not you're experiencing hearing aid shorts. So there are the 3 reasons that your hearing aid has likely stopped working. Did I answer your question? What is the reason your hearing aid stopped working? If you can let me know in the comments below, I would love to hear. I'm interested in knowing what reason is most common among other people. Now for me personally, blockages are the most common reason that my hearing aid just quits. This is because I charge my hearing aids at night, so usually a battery or power issue is not the problem that I face. And my hearing aids are relatively new, so I have not experienced any electrical shorts. Now let's talk about my most recent blockage. My most recent blockage, it was so interesting because my hearing aid went out and I instantly was like, it's a moisture blockage. So I tried clearing it, I put it back in, and then all of a sudden it shorted out again, like my hearing aid stopped working. But I could see my tube, I didn't have any moisture, and I couldn't figure it out. Well, the crazy thing was, I had a wax blockage right where my hearing aid tube meets my ear mold, and I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it because I was looking through my ear mold tube up this way, and I was looking this way, and it was at a weird angle where I could not see it. I finally figured it out when I pushed this little cleaning mechanism up the tube, and it pushed the wax out. I could see a complete blockage being pushed out. So if you have a hearing aid short or your hearing aid just kind of quits working, don't give up. Try different methods. Try replacing the battery. Try cleaning your hearing aid fully and completely. And then if it continues having problems, talk to your audiologist and your hearing aid provider. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just know that if your hearing aid just gives out randomly, you are not alone. If you got something out of this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe. I have so many people that watch that aren't subscribed. I want you to enjoy these videos because if you are watching hearing loss and hearing aid related videos, I have some excellent content for you and you don't want to miss out. Stay strong, stay amazing, and have a great day.